So today I'd like to speak a little about the mind, right? And just a reflection for us to be aware, how much of the time do we spend, in our waking moments that is actually spent thinking, right? How much of the time is it spent sensing? So sensing into the body, right? So if you find that perhaps, if that number for the percentage that you notice of yourself that spend thinking is a lot more than sensing, then this is the practice for us, right? So it's really for us to once again inviting ourselves to connect to the body. Okay. So just taking this moment to allow yourself to sit comfortably wherever you are. So having both your feet to be flat on the ground, establishing a stable, supportive posture for yourself. And you can place your hands on your lap, whichever that is comfortable for you. Yeah. And keeping your back upright if possible. And allowing your eyes to close. So let's begin by taking in 3 beautiful deep breaths. Just taking these moments to allow our mind and body to settle into the space that we are in right now. So if you're noticing that perhaps the mind is pretty busy, in the earlier moments of thinking, perhaps of planning, or even worrying. So in this moment, we invite ourselves to shift the gears of our mind away from thinking and letting it settle into sensing. So you can begin to sense into sounds that you might hear around you. Sounds that you might hear in your immediate environment. And just welcoming whatever sounds that arrive in this moment. Whether that's the sound of the birds or sound of traffic outside, maybe even within your room. And as we are noticing these sounds, very gently noticing if your mind is thinking. If it is, it's normal. Just very gently allowing yourself to listen. Listen for the sounds around you. The sounds that arrive, perhaps change and leave. So not needing to judge any of the sounds that come up for you. But just receive them just as they are. And now choosing to bring this awareness into the body. So connecting to the sensations in our feet. At this very moment, noticing how the toes feel like as they're resting just where they are on the ground. The sense of appreciation for both our feet, that they have carried us to places that we want to go towards. And now that we're sitting, we are giving them a little moment to rest. So we can feel into what's available here. The toes, the heel, the ball of the foot. And gradually, just including your awareness, just how the calves and the kneecaps and the thighs are feeling right now. And if your hands are placed on your lap, you might be aware of that very gentle sensation of the weight of the hands just resting upon them. And gradually shifting this tension or awareness towards our bum. Just noticing our sit bones just resting right here. And so as we engage in this period of practice, we are practicing being kind to ourselves. Being kind to ourselves in every given moment as we explore what's here already in the body. So being kind means we acknowledge or we accept whatever sensations that are felt. Not needing to resist any of them. So right now, allowing yourself to just notice how's your back. So from the base of the spine, noticing and feeling into these different regions of our back. The tailbone, the lower back muscle, and even if there's sensations that may be uncomfortable, there's a saying that goes, whatever that we can breathe with, we can be with. So we can be with this moment just the way it is. Not needing anything to be different right now. So moving this tension upwards into the middle and upper back muscles. And sensing into both our shoulders just as they are, as where you're seated. And feeling down into the upper arms, elbows, and forearms. So just attending to these regions as best as we can. And from there, you might sense into your wrists and both our hands. Right into our fingertips. So as they are right now, the fingers at ease, or they clench like a fist. So just this willingness to observe. Now, if you will, just choosing to bring this searchlight of your attention to shine upon your belly. So just feeling into just how the belly is right now. Staying even with that sensations of breathing if you are feeling the presence of the breath at the belly or the diaphragm. And now from here, allow yourselves to shift this awareness, attention into our chest. And as you breathe in and out, you might be aware that the lungs expand to welcome oxygen. And as quickly as they expand to welcome the oxygen, it will contract so that we let go of this in-breath that presents itself as an out-breath. So the chest region, you might notice the presence of your heart, the heartbeat. And if you like to, you may even wish to thank the heart for doing this really important work of keeping us alive, pumping the blood throughout the whole body. So this moment you might just wish to take a moment to pause and observe how's your attention so far. just attending to where that is. And if you become aware that the attention has moved, not to worry, because that's just what it is. So the next breath is where we can connect with our senses once again, right into this moment. And so this practice is really, really forgiving. Can never go wrong with it. Because there's always the next moment coming right up. And that's the next breath. So from here, choosing to shift this attention into where our neck is. And so you might feel into the sides of the neck, feeling into the throat, windpipe, maybe the back of the neck as well. And gradually easing this awareness to include a face. So where the mouth is, the lips, cheekbones, where our jaws are. And moving into our nose, so you might sense into the left and the right nostril. Anchoring this awareness right at the tip of the nose. Just knowing that it is there. Sensing into our ears, left and the right ear, eyes, eyelids, letting our eyes rest, letting them take a break from seeing. Feeling into the upper and lower eyelids, the eyeballs, and finally moving into the forehead and the top of the head. So this is our entire body, fully alive, with each and every part of us. That makes us whole and complete. Just spending the last few moments of this practice with that open awareness of the whole body and the breath, all moving in synchrony as one, breath by breath, moment to moment. So right now, allowing yourself to just observe the next 3 more beautiful breaths. And just as we close off this practice, if you like to, just silently saying to yourself, I am good enough. I am good enough. I am good enough. And may I be well and happy. So just allowing yourself to invite your eyes to open when you feel ready. And as you do that, just bring that beautiful smile back on your face. Because as you open your eyes, the face that's going to meet you, that's your face. And maybe the rest of us.